we're going to start with our first question from David Johnson, which is directed at me. Thank you. He says, this may primarily be a question for Nate, as it has to do with Qubes from the perspective of a curious non-user. It has been described as having a steep learning curve, and even Michael Basil wrote that he was not able to use it as a daily driver. When on Qubes, what do you find to be impossible or to be the most painful or take the most time or effort, unreliable, glitchy, inefficient, etc., that would be much easier to do on a mainstream Linux distro? And vice versa, what do you find to be very easy that would be impossible / painful, etc., with a mainstream distro? So as the daily Qubes user, I will say the impossible thing is anything graphically involved. So gaming, video editing, that's why I have 2 different devices, because I cannot imagine trying to video edit on Qubes. That sounds like a recipe for self-loathing. I did one time, I played a game of Civilization in a Windows virtual machine because me and a friend were playing an online game, even though we were in the same room. And I thought I would be clever and I'd have it open so that way we could play in real time and I could still do other work. And it was so slow that at one point I ended up accidentally forfeiting the game because of the lag in the menu. So do not recommend. For the record, I've never tried GPU pass-through. I'm really curious about it. And maybe that would have fixed it. But I've also heard it's extremely unstable. Yeah. What's easier on Qubes that would be harder on a mainstream distro? Compartmentalization. Like, I can have multiple Signal accounts. I can have multiple Matrix accounts using any client that I want, even if it doesn't support multi-user account. I can have multiple KeyPass databases. I mean, there's a lot of it. I mean, it's all about compartmentalization, but yeah, take your pick. There's so many things that compartmentalization related are a breeze on Qubes. So I don't know if you have anything to add.
How's the networking side of things?
Oh, yes. That's one of my other favorite things about Qubes. So you have sysnet, which is your actual network, like your Wi-Fi connection. And then you have sysfirewall, which you can, for the record, you can reconfigure this however you want. And then by default, it comes with syshunix, which is a Tor connection. But you can also add sysvpn, and you can do it with Proton. You can do it with Mullvad. Mullvad actually has a great walkthrough on how to do it on their website. You can probably do it with several other VPNs out there. So you could use multiple VPNs. You could send one VPN through Tor and one VPN through you can send one cube through Tor and one through VPN. You could send one through ClearNet. Like, I know some people have reported that their bank is pretty aggressive about using VPNs or something like that. You could have one that is just for banking that doesn't use a VPN if you're in that situation. So yeah, super, super easy.